Earth's mightiest heroes just got a whole lot mightier. Today we're taking a look at Marvel Legends Thor Love and Thunder Mighty Thor. Welcome back. I never thought we'd see Natalie Portman return to the MCU, but here she is back for Thor Love and Thunder. And not only is she returning as Jane Foster, she's the Mighty Thor in this one. Taking a look at this figure and the packaging, it looks really good, so I can't wait to get her out and see how she holds up. At the back of the packaging, we do have a little bit of a bio for her. Doesn't give away too much of the plot, just that she is Thor now, somehow. And you can see all the figures in the wave, what they come with to build Korg. I do like this Thor, but wish it came with the unmasked head. I don't really collect the villains, so probably not going to pick him up. I do want a new Star-Lord, but this head just isn't quite what I want. I'm good on Groot here. Might pick up Valkyrie though when she goes on sale. So for me, just the Mighty Thor here and Valkyrie. But yeah, it does look like a good line if you don't have any of these characters yet. So let's get the Mighty Thor out of her packaging and see how she looks. Now that we have the Mighty Thor out of her packaging, we'll go ahead and measure her up. As you can see, she stands about 6¼ inches tall, or about 16 centimeters. And bringing in the only other MCU Thor I have. Here we have the Infinity War Thor. I always thought this figure was a little too tall. He is a tall guy, but I don't think he's quite that tall. But you can see that she does scale pretty well with him though. And here she is next to some other female MCU figures. So you can see it doesn't look like she grows in size when she turns into Thor, at least as far as the figures go. Who knows what the film is like. But yeah, she's pretty well in scale with everything else. So that's good. For accessories, we do get Korg's left leg here for the Build-A-Figure. Interesting that they went with Korg, considering the other Korg figure that came with the Grandmaster, the 2-pack, was heavily discounted. So not sure this is going to be a big draw for a lot of people, but it does look good. We do get a masked Thor head, which we'll take a closer look at when we look at the figure. And last but not least, we get Mjolnir. This is the reforged Mjolnir, apparently. You can see it has cracks and everything on it from where it's been reassembled. Not sure how that happened. I'm interested to see what the movie brings. Unfortunately, the cracks aren't painted or anything. There should be kind of blue electric lightning going through here. It would be nice if they had that. I might pick up like a Gundam pen or something and just kind of go through just to pick out all that detail there. To compare it to another Mjolnir, this is the one that came with the Worthy Captain America from Endgame. You can see it is not the same hammer at all. Quite a bit bigger, the Mighty Thor one. The paintwork is different. I like this silver paint they used on this. This is more of a dull stone-like texture, but maybe that is accurate to the film. There is no kind of shading or anything to pick out any of the fine detail on the top of the hammer there, the way there is in this. But it doesn't have that weird dimple that this hammer had, so that's good. Yeah, it's interesting that it's quite a bit bigger. I'm not sure if it is bigger in the film or if that's just an action figure thing. We'll find out in a few months, I guess. So looking at the Jane Foster Thor, I am blown away by this figure. Look at how amazing this looks. I remember you used to have to go to the import figures, the Bandai stuff, at double, triple the price of these Marvel Legends to get a figure that looks anywhere near like the actor. And now you can just walk into Walmart and get it for, well, in my case, $35 because I'm in Canada. Absolutely amazing how much Hasbro has progressed over the years. There's no denying that that's Natalie Portman there. I imagine a lot of people will be taking these heads and making some new Padmes and stuff like that. You see, they even have her mole there on her cheek for the photoreal printing. The eyes look great, not cross-eyed on me. Mouth is well painted, looks very clean. The top of her hair, she does have some shading to pick out some kind of highlights in that, but is mostly just the blonde. These strands are kind of a rubber. They do move around a little bit, but they're mostly just going to hang there. I like how similar it is to Thor's original costume there from the first film. She really is like a female version of Thor. Skirt piece, nice rubber, so it gets out of the way of the articulation. Going down to the knee pads, I do wish this silver paint was a little bit more metallic. It does look a little cheap. I've noticed a lot of Marvel Legends figures have this problem. The Ant-Man and the Wasp Ant-Man, his helmet had the similar paint, and it just doesn't look that great. You go down, you can see she's got some boots. She does have peg holes. Her cape really well sculpted. Nice wrinkles and everything. I like that it doesn't float out too much. It's a little bit of has a little bit of a presence there, but isn't going to be a big shelf hog like some of the other capes. And it is a nice thin, flexible rubber, so it doesn't drag down the figure and cause it to go off balance or anything like that. So that's really nice. It is permanently attached. You might be able to detach it there, but you'll probably have holes or something, glue marks on the figure, and you will ruin the figure, so just be aware of that. There is some detail on her back there that probably should be painted, but since it's covered by the cape, that's not really a big deal. Her gauntlets and everything, great big guns. She got jacked for this movie. It's amazing how muscular she is. I don't know if that was CGI or if she really did that, but damn, that's impressive. So yeah, I really, really love the look of this figure. I like the design of it, and I think they've executed it really well. And as mentioned, you do get a second head sculpt here with the masked version. Again, the silver color, it looks a little cheap. It's thin and you can almost see the plastic through it. I'm sure this is the exact same head sculpt, just with the helmet over it. I don't see Natalie Portman quite as well. I think this is undeniably Natalie Portman. This I wouldn't say is, but I mean, certain actors you can't really tell when they have the mask on, so you can see that she has some detail on her helmet. Reminds me a lot of Ant-Man with the colors and everything on it. She has the wings, kind of a soft plastic, a little bit translucent. Not the greatest, but... and the hair going down. Not sure which head I'll display her with. Probably go with this one for now, but I may change my mind after I see the movie and may want the helmeted one. But it's nice to have options. Both are really good. For articulation, unfortunately her hair is going to be a problem in both head sculpts. They both hang back on the side there, so you don't get a whole lot of upwards movement on there, but you do get a good downwards movement. And of course it does go side to side, but it does look a little bit awkward with her braids there hanging down. Shoulders are able to raise up like that. You do get a cut at the top of the bicep. You do get the double jointed elbows, which are pinless, which looks very, very nice. For this hand, it is on a hinge that goes up and down. Perfect for holding the hammer. On this hand, it is going like that, so it also would have been nice to have had a fist or something for this hand, but it is what it is. For the ab crunch, she is able to go back really, really far and go forward a decent amount. She can, of course, turn side to side. There is no waist swivel. She's able to spread the legs very, very well. There is a cut at the top of the thigh. She does have double jointed pinless knees. Again, love the pinless. There is no rotation or anything at the top of the boot or at the ankle. Excuse me, there is rotation at the ankle. It does rock back and forth like that and like that. So a good range of movement for her. With long-haired figures, there's really not much you can do with the hair as far as articulation goes. But as far as the body and the arms and everything, really good. And I love the pinless So overall, I think Hasbro has knocked it out of the park with this figure. The likeness on the face is just incredible, and I'm really glad that this came out at a time when the pinless arms have become the norm. It would have looked so much worse with the pins in there. The paintwork on the body is really well done. I just wish the silver was a little bit better for the helmet and everything. I don't mind it on the chest and everything, but the helmet is not the greatest. It also would have been nice to see some paint here on the cracks of Mjolnir, but Hasbro doesn't even paint the lines on most of their Spider-Man MCU figures, so wasn't really going to expect them to do that. I don't know if this character will appear in any of their films beyond Thor Love and Thunder. I imagine they probably want to keep her around for a little bit at least, so hopefully she does make future appearances, but if not, this is still a great version of her, and one I definitely recommend picking up. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. That would really help me out. I have many other reviews on my channel. I have many more to come, so be sure to subscribe if you want to see those. But for right now, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.